The misinformation around voting in Shasta County has left a town paranoid. Things have gotten personal, and people like Kathy Darling Allen are now the target of unfounded suspicions about how voting is handled.
Kathy Darling cannot be trusted, period. She constantly just shows retaliation. If anybody questions her, what she's doing, what's going on in the building.
I want to talk about old school hand counting ballots.
And the fact that all machines can be hacked and manipulated makes the issue of hacking become facts. If hacking can take place in our elections, does my vote count? I don't think so.
Because, you know, the election.
To the conservatives out there, make sure you vote. If you got friends, make sure they vote. If you don't have any friends, go make some friends.
And if you can't make some friends, then look in the mirror in the middle of the night and say it's their loss, Lindsay, and then climb into a bubble bath with a pint of Haagen-Dazs.
When someone says, oh, just stick it in the machine and everything is perfect, we know it's not. Garbage in, garbage out. First thing we learn.
Absolute ridiculousness.
We're in very rainy Shasta County, California. This is a red Trump voting part of pretty blue state, and this county actually just voted recently to get rid of their Dominion voting machines.
Their next election is gonna be a shit show.
It's not even about Donald Trump. It's about every American, because if they can do it to Trump, they can do it to you.
With this indictment, I think it's an indictment on everybody in America. I mean, if it can happen to him, it can happen to you and I.
That if they can do this to Donald Trump, they can do it to you.
If this is what can happen to him, it can happen to anyone.
If they can do that, they can go after you and me.
How am I supposed to trust any machine? They're constantly on the news saying Russia can hack our banks. Russia can hack our military. Why can't the only thing we don't talk about that can be hacked is the voting machines? Well, they can, and they were shown that they can be.
It's true. If this indictment stands, then no one who has their fixer pay six figures in hush money to their porn star lover, then reimburses that fixer out of business accounts, then falsifies it as legal fees and conspires with the publisher of the National Enquirer to catch and kill stories about his other extramarital affairs as part of another illegal violation of campaign finance laws will be safe. None of us.
Because they don't trust them Dominion machines. By God, we're going to do a hand count just like they used to. You know, that's what the founding fathers intended, by God. You know, when there was 40 people in a town.
I have questions about electronic voting machines. We're a small county, and I think we can return to hand counting. We have a serious trust issue. You know there's a serious trust issue throughout the United States on electronic voting machines. It exists.
Jesus Christ.
Some of Jones's suspicions are based on quotes from a Dominion employee that one of their machines in Michigan was hacked. It's a claim that Dominion says in court filings was mischaracterized and distorted by Fox News.
It sounds like this is your only sort of specific evidence that you have of Dominion.
I didn't say that.
Do you have other evidence of specific problems you have with Dominion systems?
I specifically brought this forward with Dominion because that is the contract that we had. That is the contract that we eliminated.
Now bear in mind, this is a county that went solidly Republican. All these elected officials that are able to do this crazy shit are Republicans. They won their elections. And yet.
As an elected official, should you be able to present evidence, though, of why you're making decisions like that?
No. And I would ask those companies to show me and prove to me that their systems cannot be hacked. So far, no one says they have to do that. So I'm not interested in your system. If you're not going to prove to me that you have enough securities in place to not be hacked.
If this is such a tough case for him to make, why is he bringing it?
Well, I think there's no question about it that he wants to humiliate President Trump.
I mean, is Trump's 70% share of this county not enough?
If you owned a Lamborghini, right, and then Fox News told you can't trust your Lamborghini, would you trade your Lamborghini for a clown car? Then why are you going to do that to our voting systems? Like, we have something good already. And the whole basis of We shouldn't even be discussing this right now. This is ridiculous. This is based off of disinformation from Fox News.
So they can change the fucking laws.
Our side does not believe your crap, which is why we're all here. You are making it so that our voting system is going to be worse. You don't switch from technology back to no technology.
Because right now, there's Democrats that keep getting elected. Well, that never used to happen. Hell no.
The courthouse was stirring, a big busy throng, awaiting the man with the mushroom-shaped dong.
Fox, along with others in the right-wing ecosystem like Rudy Giuliani and Mike Lindell, could help sow more seeds of doubt in their election machines, costing them more business.
You know, when they controlled who voted. Just like they're trying to do now.
Dominion is concerned about its bottom line. And Kathy Darling Allen is worried about money too, specifically Shasta counties. Switching voting machines isn't cheap.
It's in the neighborhood of somewhere between $2 and $3 million.
Before 2020, neither she nor the voting process in Shasta County received much attention. But then the conspiracy started.
And this is why Dominion wins their lawsuit against Fox. Republicans are so fucking stupid.
We are now being asked, how can you regain the trust of the voters? Well, I didn't break trust with the voters. So it's a little bit disingenuous of a conversation.
Did no one at the local level, but Jesus, at the national level, Republicans think to call these assholes in Shasta County and tell them you're fixing a fuck Fox, and that's all we got for our propaganda? We're gonna have to go back to Newsmax. My God, that's not gonna work.
They go after my father for what? A non-disclosure agreement, which every company in the world, every person in the world does.
Almost it's like a new religion. Folks who believe that the 2020 election was stolen, regardless of proof or evidence that's presented to them.
Maybe the Christian Broadcasting Network, because that's some hard-hitting news.
No, they've been doing very extremist positions for the last several months. I think we're the laughingstock of a good portion of the country.
This is a very foolish decision.
I want to make a prediction. Fox News gets destroyed. They're done, y'all.
It's hard to feel sorry for folks who are given correct information and who choose not to believe it. I spent a lot of time in 2021 saying into the microphone, if you're on social media and something you read makes you instantly angry, check yourself. That is your red flag that this is probably some kind of manipulative, maybe not completely accurate information.
Donald Trump is due for an arraignment at this Manhattan court tomorrow.
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 Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, hush money, porn star-o. She said he was a bad land.
I don't know what they're gonna be, but it's not gonna be what they've been. I imagine they're gonna have to close shop.
I hope they take Fox News down for passing misinformation, disinformation. They have stirred up so much angst and antipathy and sore spirits amongst Americans. I think that's partly why I am supporting Dominion, because it's just upsetting to see what Fox News has been doing along these lines, just spreading lies.
I sure pray they're gonna have to close shop. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. Y'all take it easy.